Hello everyone, Wingenig here, and I can bring you the Shing Easter egg today. And it is quite a lengthy one, so depending on how long it takes after I've done all the editing, I'm not sure I'm going to put it in one or two parts, but anyway, let's get this first part started right now. So what you're going to do is going to push these four buttons simultaneously, and it will make it go to darkness, or the eclipse, if you want to get technical. And you're going to run down to where this little button is here next to the cave, and when you push it, some English people are going to appear out of nowhere, and these stones are also going to appear, and there's 12 of these stones on the floor. Now there's the same stones are scattered on the opposite side by where the bridge is. There's 3 at the top of the bridge next to the mud pit, and then there's the rest, the rest of the 9 are down the bottom. And when you're going to push these, and you've got to match them together, but you can't stand on them at the same time while they're searching, otherwise they'll reset. And this takes a lot of communication. As you can see, there's quite a lot of the mic talking going on in the corner.
The stone is moving. It seems to
And
be
basically
working.
the easiest way to do this is if you get 2 people to watch the crawler in the middle of the start area, which is what we got doing now, and then one person goes across the other side, and you stand on the first one, and you'll say that one's like a semicircle, 2 semicircles next to each other, and they'll go and search for that, and then when they're on it, you stand at the same time, and it'll disappear. And if you've done it wrong, they'll all return back to themselves. So it takes quite a while, but it's pretty easy to do once you get yourself organised. And the key is communication. This might sound stupid, but if you tell them, like, if you're on it and you say, I'm on a triangle, and then say, I'm off, and then you can tell them to go search. We was doing it really quick at one point, and we just heard us triangle, I'm off, and then he goes found it, on, and then everyone jumps on it. It's pretty easy when you get yourself organised, like I said. But when you've done all 12, it will turn back to daylight. That's how you know if you've done it right. I'm going to speed the rest of this step up for the video, right? So,
We are lucky
get to the next
bees,
bit.
no? That one. That one. Oh, a big diamond thingy. I can use that for a
Okay, the next bit is when you turn it back into eclipse time after you've done the first step. You're going to want to get 3 of your mates to stand on this grill here, and once all 3 of them are on it, one of you is going to go to the top of the water slide and come down it, and then once you've done that, it will release the people to the next part of the Easter egg. It's pretty simple, pretty quick. And then after you've done this step, you're gonna want to get the baby gun and pack-a-punch it. So then once you've done that, you can near enough do the whole Easter egg straight away after this. Fast forward this bit with the silly mud pit making me run in circles.
Get the penalty. Hey, listen. Oh, I think I fucked.
Okay, let's get to the next step now. Okay, now what we're going to do now is we're going to pack-a-punch the baby gun. Now it's best to do this as quick as possible because you don't want to be holding a fire zombie on like round 15, because it will be near enough impossible with the amount of people that are going to be running at you. And you don't need the pack-a-punch baby gun for this step, but you will need it later on. So we thought it'd be better to get it out of the way immediately, or as quick as possible. Now that we've pack-a-punched it, you're going to turn it into night time again when all 4 players come back to the centre. And then once you've done that, you're going to run over to where the mud pit is, and you're going to see this meteor shoot into the wall at where the water slide is, and you're going to grenade it, or use your ray gun or noob tubes, and it'll fly down to the floor, and it'll just be like a giant gold rock, well not gold, a crystal rock. As you can see, it's just falling now. You just grenade that, and then when it falls, use the shrink ray, and then you're going to want to knife it. And then when you knife it, it'll fall down the water slide, and you're going to follow it, and it's going to go onto the little pressure pad thing that you stand on to go up a level in the cave. Now sometimes it'll do it by itself, but sometimes it won't. ignore the fire as the fire zombie blew up there for some reason. You're going to make it want to shoot up, and then you'll get your second orb. No, your third orb, sorry, which is right there. It will land in a second. That's step 3 done. Step 4 of the Easter egg is you're going to push these dials again, and you're going to want to take the fire zombie into the caves. Now, when you run into the cave, you'll see next to where the pack-a-punch slate is, there's a little twisty thing, like what you have on boats to open the doors. I'm not sure what they're called, but you're going to turn that until it doesn't turn anymore, and you're going to notice the gas that's coming out of the pipes. So you're going to keep, I think it's like 4 spins and it's done maximum. Yeah, it is. And then once you've took the fire zombie through the entire caves, making sure he's lit up the gas you can see from the top left, you're going to run back here and flick the switch which is next to that spinny thing. Now, because you're watching this video, you're going to want to keep the fire zombie because you know what you're doing. First time we did this, didn't keep him because we thought you'd need crawlers for the next bit, but you can actually keep the fire zombie and hit 2 steps in one go, which is pretty awesome. And if you don't kill the fire zombie after you've done the Easter egg the first time, you can keep him and do the Easter egg 4 times in a row, and therefore all 4 if you get the stone, and you can last to a pretty high round. So we're going to lure him through the caves, and I'm going to speed this up so you know what's going on, and then I'm going to get you to the next step.
It's ignited! Did I say that right?
Okay, now for the next step, you're going to want to get some spike moors. Now you can see I've got a wall here ready. I'm going to do the Easter egg, or when I run out of ammo I'll pick up the spike moors. You're going to turn it to the eclipse again, and you're going to want to go to the cave next to the waterfall, and you'll see these little holes in the walls, and you're going to want to put the spike moors in front of the holes. And for this one here, if you put it where I'm putting it now, or in the same direction, you can hit the last 2 holes, or the first 2, whichever way you're taking the fire zombie, in one go. And then you're going to wait for the fire zombie to walk himself down here, and then once he's plugged up all 4 holes, you're going to want to go down to the bottom of the waterfall, and on the little block thing that's there, you'll see a button that says don't hold square, or if you're on Xbox I think it's don't hold X, and you're going to hold that and it will release the water, and the little people will get to the next part of the Easter egg. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to speed this up for you now so you can see what's going on, and we'll get to the next step then. Now after you've done the fire zombie bit with the cave and the waterfall bit, you're gonna want to turn the eclipse on again, and then remember them 12 stones which you had to match up. This time they're going to be scattered around the zombie map, and you're gonna have to knife all 12 of them, and then you've got to blow up this little monkey trap thing which is on the outside of the map. So we'll do this for you now. Now I think there's 5 in the start room. There's these 2 here. If you knife towards the middle top, you'll get them every time. Now I'll just speed this bit of the video up so you know where they all are.
I am going to make this one the way I want to see it. Look at the pretty Russian artwork, like a Rafael. That looks pretty good. Russians do not like flying! I am going to make this one the way I want to see it.
And once you've knifed all 12, there'll be this. You'll see this little monkey trap over by where the minecart is. You just want to get a grenade, a monkey bomb. I think new chews work on it as well. I'm not sure. But But yeah, just blow it up and then that'll be that step done, and it should go back to daylight after you've done that. That's how you know you've done it right. Now the next bit of the Easter egg is, what you've got to do is, you're going to turn it to the eclipse again and go into the mud pit. And in the mud pit there's going to be these 4 circular dials on the wall. Every time you press square or X, it's going to spin them once. And you're going to want to put the code in 4, 3, 1 and 16. One of the little squares represents 1, a line represents 5, and a C represents 10. So you'll just do it as I do it now on the screen, and it should be fine. And once you've done that, Nikolai will say something, and then your 6th and final orb will come up, and then that's part of the Easter egg done.
I am not sure, but I think the code works.
Now when you do the next bit of the Easter egg, before you turn it to the eclipse again, you're going to want to find out which gongs, so they've got 4 gongs you're going to need to hit to make the Treyarch symbol above the orbs. Now when you knife a gong, you're going to hear the gong sound, and then you're going to hear it's going to carry on doing the chime in the background, or it's going to make a little sound that goes pew, like a letdown of air or something. That's how you know you've hit the wrong one. And once you hit all 4, you're going to see these Treyarch symbols appear. And what you're going to do is you're going to shoot the baby gun at this one here, and you're going to collect the dynamite that drops down from it. And then you're going to come back to the spawn room and shoot the last orb with the baby gun, and it's going to shrink the meteor. Now for these 2 steps you do need the Pack-a-Punch baby gun, and as you can see the meteor has just been shrunk. Now after you've shrunk the meteor, everyone's going to want to go and open the Pack-a-Punch again, because when you go up the staircase this time, then people who we saw at the very start have worked their way around the whole map into the back of the Pack-a-Punch room, and now you're going to want to help set them free. So you're going to have to give them the dynamite when they ask for it, or they ask about dynamite. Just press square on the wall and it'll give it them, and then you're going to wait for the time to come back to light again. And then once you've done that, you're going to open the Pack-a-Punch again, and then you'll go and pick up the focusing stone or the little meteor that's sat there. And then when you look at the gravestone, you'll actually notice it says Richtofen, because I think it's Richtofen's grave. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'll speed the video up to this bit so you can see what's going on, and then I'll...
Then can we get the hell out of here? Of course. I just need to see the inside of the temple. All right, here we go. Everybody get back.
show you the last step. Okay, now that you've done that, you're going to want to open the Pack-a-Punch again during the daytime, and you're going to go up and you grab the little stone that's there, and then bam, you have all 7 perks. You can have them all. When you go down, you keep them when you get revived, and even if you die, you will spawn with all 7 perks, which is really good. Now the trick is, when the waterfall, well, not the waterfall, the Pack-a-Punch timer runs out, a little radio will spawn at the bottom of the waterfall. Now if you press square on that and let the radio play it through, you're going to be able to do the you're going to be able to, not the Pack-a-Punch, you're going to be able to do the Easter egg again, and you can do this as many times as you like, so that all 4 of you get the Easter egg. And it's as simple as that, and then that's the Easter egg done. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, bump it. I think this is the first time I've seen this go up on the Respawn Army, so I'd like to let everyone watch it. So if you want to let others see it, just give it a bump and comment if you want any more tutorials on Easter eggs in zombies. Peace. Just a little side note, as I forgot at the end, I'd like to say a thank you to the 3 people who helped me get the footage for this. So thanks for that, and that's pretty much it.
You're such right. This is truly a different one. My work will finally be finished. Okay, what the hell just happened? Why does everything look blue? Oh, hey,